Let me describe something that's probably happened with you. You needed a file. You looked in documents. Not there. You checked the desktop. Not there. Maybe you deleted it by mistake. Or maybe it is still on your Mac somewhere. You just can't find it. Either way, you're sitting there and thinking the file might be gone. Here's what almost nobody realizes. A file like that usually isn't gone. Your Mac has several ways to bring it back, and most people have never been shown where to look. Today, let me show you all of them. Let me start with something that surprises the people most, and it proves the whole point. Let's say you have been working on a document, and today you realize a whole section is missing, or something got changed and saved over. What's this? Click on File, Revert to, and browse all versions. The timeline of older versions appears. Go back in time and restore an earlier version. Or copy the missing content back in today's file. And there it is, back. That work looked almost gone, but it was not. Your Mac had been quietly keeping the older versions the whole time. By the way, this feature works in Apple apps like Pages, Numbers, Keynote, and it can also work in Preview, TextEdit, and Pixelmator Pro. Now let me walk you through every place your Mac hides these, and starting with the simplest one. Now let's suppose the file is gone. Your first and obvious step has to be trash. If it is there by mistake, then make a right click and put back. By the way, a lot of people get it wrong. Put back does not drop the file on the desktop. It returns it to exactly where it came from. One click and it is home. Now here's something worth checking on your Mac while we are here. Your trash can be set to empty itself automatically after 30 days. And whether you want that on or off, it depends on the type of user you are. If you're the type who drops things in the trash just in case, and every so often you go back for something, I'd turn it off. That way, nothing disappears until you clean it yourself. But if you're selective type, anything in trash is meant to be gone for good, then leave it on. It keeps things tidy on its own. One quick note, if you don't enable 30 days auto clean trash, then you must empty your trash now and then so that it doesn't slowly fill up your drive. Now, the recovery spots, most people don't know they exist. And eventually, they are not all in one place. Suppose you lost a note. In Notes app, there is a dedicated folder, recently deleted. Find a note and restore it. You recently deleted a photo, a video, a screenshot that was in Photos app. Find recently deleted on your Mac, iPhone, or iPad. Select the file and restore. Same way that applies to mails. If you recently deleted some mails, you'd have trash or recently deleted folder. Even under iCloud, there's a recently deleted folder. Files in these directories are set to auto-clean in 30 days. Knowing where each app hides its safety net is half the battle. And the most powerful one that most people never turn on: Time Machine. Let me show you in real how to bring a file back using Time Machine. You're in a folder, you lost a file. Press Command and space. Time Machine, open. Now that shows all snapshots taken of that specific directory back in time by Time Machine. On right, there's a date bar. You can select a specific date, go back, find your file, and restore. Now there are two things that surprise people here. First, Time Machine doesn't start from zero every time. After the first backup, it mainly tracks what changed, so it can go back through time without copying your whole Mac again and again. And second, almost nobody knows this. You don't always need the backup drive connected. When your Time Machine drive is not plugged in, your Mac may keep temporary local snapshots for a limited time, depending on available space. So even without the drive, you can sometimes open the folder where the file went missing, search Time Machine, and restore it. Just remember, local snapshots are temporary. They're not the replacement for the real backup. And if you want the one habit that makes it all automatic, set up Time Machine right now. You must have an external drive, something like this. I'll link some drives in the description, by the way. Go to System Settings, Time Machine, Add Backup Drive. Click Options and choose Backup Frequency. And sometimes the file was never deleted at all. It is somewhere on your Mac you just didn't expect. You saved it in downloads and you've been looking in documents. So before you panic, try this. Press Command plus space, open Spotlight. Now type your file's name. But I'm familiar with the situation when a lot of people don't even recall their file's name. So not to worry, type a few words from inside the file. If you remember what you were doing inside, a name of chapter, specific keywords, Spotlight can search the text inside many of your files, not just their names, and it finds it for you. Once it shows up, you can open it right there. Or, to see where it was hiding all along, select it, make a right click, Show in Finder. That opens its real location. And from there, you can move it back where it belongs. So here's where this leaves us. Between version history, put back, each app's recently deleted, Time Machine, and a Spotlight search. Most lost files can come back, and you know where to exactly look. But there's one hard case still left. The file was emptied. There was no backup. Even then, the data may still physically be on the drive until the space gets reused. That's a different kind of recovery. And I will show you that another time in a dedicated video. So the real point is not recovering files. Is that your Mac had more safety nets than most people realize. You just had to know where to look. Anyways, this is pretty much it in this video. If you're ready to step up, here's the next one. And before you click, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe Crazy Editors for future tech tips, tricks, and solutions. Until next time, you take care of yourself, and I will see you in the next one.